My name is Anders Wall. I've been working in the TV, film, media business the since the middle of the 90s, so 30 years. So I've been in this business. Started off working as a I started working as a guitar teacher at Kommunala Musikskolan, which is like a music school anyone can apply for. So I did that for a couple of years, and then I started in TV as a technician. So I started editing TV shows, mixing all the colors in the cameras so they looked all right, and did all that stuff for a few years. Started at the local TV station. Then a TV studio opened next door to us, and we did a soap opera. We did like 1,000 episodes of a Swedish soap opera. Then we did it in Swedish, we did it in Norwegian, and in I think the Netherlands, or Belgium.
Oh wow!
But yeah, this is 30 years ago. So.
Could I ask what it's called?
Yeah, it's called Friends and Foes, Vänner och Fiender. Was recorded.
Is this in the 90s?
Yeah, like the late 90s.
Yeah, I have some vague recollection of that, actually.
Yeah. And at that TV studio, I was like I started like a technician and ended up like the head of operations, basically. But it was a good school. I learned a lot of how this industry works, but I was still not doing sound in that way. I mean, if someone was ill, if the sound engineer was ill, I usually filled that spot because I was on set anyway. And then I moved to London and worked for an American company for a few years, also in TV. And then when I came back to Sweden in 2003, so 20 years ago, I started working as a sound engineer for the Swedish Broadcast Corporation. And I've done everything from like the Olympics to films to post-production, to sport, to live broadcast, to music recordings. I've done basically everything because I was like the staff. I was full-time employed, so I did whatever my boss told me to do, basically. And that came to a sudden end in 2008, when I said, we came to a mutual agreement that I should do something else. So I studied music composition, and took a master's in composition for writing for film and writing for media, basically, at the Malmö Academy of Music. And what I did for my exam was I did a TV series called Vid Vintergatans slut, at the end of the Milky Way. And I think if you have been in Sweden from the late 90s to the mid, you probably know about Vintergatan. Most kids watch that show.
Oh, yeah.
With Captain Zoom and
Yes.
Yes. You've probably seen it.
I'm a 90s kid, so.
Yeah. You probably. So I did the music for the last, the final 10 episodes of that TV series, and that was my exam from school, and I had the Malmö Symphonic Orchestra performing the music. It was for me at the time a giant project. And then since 2010, I've been freelancing as a sound recordist, as a post-production guy, and also the one who writes music for your films. And also at the same time, around 2010, I got asked to teach at the Folkhögskola, Skurups Folkhögskola. I don't really know how to translate that into English.
I've tried many times.
But I have to put in a link or something. So I've been teaching film, sound, and music for media, at various folkhögskolor in Skåne, in the southern part of Sweden, where I live, basically. So that's kind of my background.
Well, that's cool. And
right.
I feel like I had the question of how you got started, but I feel like we kind of covered that. But I do still wonder, what was it that made you choose film?
Yeah. I've been meditating question like that. I don't really know, to be honest with you, because I started working in TV because it was exciting. It was something new. I had been teaching. I was like a musician for hire. I did some stuff like that. But TV was kind of something new, something exciting. And then the boss from my TV station, he took me to work at this soap opera factory or TV factory or big studio, or whatever you want to call it. And we did some soap operas. And we also did I think 1 or 2 feature films were recorded in our studio, and that was also exciting. So I kind of tried to get a finger in how to try to see how did it film, because film was so much different, so much more weight than working in TV drama or soap operas, because in soap opera you do like 2 episodes a day and it's rush. And when you're working with a feature film, you can like have 8 hours of doing nothing, and then you have 2 minutes of that everything has to work. Otherwise, you have wasted $1 million or 100,000 euros or something. So it's kind of it's a different way of you have so much time to prepare yourself to be like the ultimate worker for that scene, and then tomorrow something else is happening. And the soap opera was more like a factory. You did the same thing. It was like almost like being a cashier at the local supermarket in a way. So that was exciting with film. And then when I then came back to Sweden to this public service SVT company, the first big thing I did for them was actually a feature film called Morgan Paulsson, Världsreporter. It was a humor movie I did. We did a month in Sweden and like 4 or 5 weeks in Jordan, in the desert. And that was really fun and really exciting. So I think what turned me on to film was the excitement of seeing something else and doing something else and not the same thing every day.
Yeah, I can feel that.